Okay, just trying to do a quick video on this. So this is the next model kit. After the Mandalorian Razor Crest I just did. So hopefully, I don't know, I just wanted to show how quick and easy it could be to get some pretty nice results with somewhat minimal efforts with the Bandai kits. And so this one might be a little bit more involved, although it's a sphere. It is the Death Star 2, which means it's under construction. So here's the instructions. Not too complicated, not a lot of steps. But here's the parts real quickly. I think two parts I'm going to need to get into is first painting the interior. I think I'm going to do that first. Try to, just judging by instructions here. Sorry, the shadow. That's where I'm at. Let me move it down here more. Yeah, I think, well, I'll have to take a look at it, but I guess I may try to paint it on here first. Anything that looks like it's mostly interior parts, like even this shows like a bit of the outside, and here's some of the inside workings, but definitely here, this whole section here, and of course all this, anything that's very detailed and kind of very detailed and layered like this. These guys, all this, so quite a bit. At least give it a dark coat first. So probably these two, and then once that dries, then carefully paint on, or maybe just dry brush if I think it's might be doable a little bit quicker. You know, I don't have to individually hand paint each one of these sections here. That would be kind of mind-numbing trying to do that. I think if I could carefully dry brush it, that'll probably get the effect across. Get that, and then start building it, and then in one piece. And as I think I mentioned in another video briefly talking, the way this is constructed, at least the back side of it, the back side of this, where you probably won't see it much, because you're gonna this will probably be displayed basically looking like this. This is how we mostly see it in the movie Return of the Jedi. You won't see the seams that it might have, because it just runs across the back, like not falling into these surface details. If it did, you probably wouldn't notice, but I think some areas like in the back tend to cut straight across. I mean, you can kind of tell just the way this is sectioned off in the back here. And so what I'll try to do is maybe cement it and get it as tight a bond as possible, and then I'll start painting this. And this is going to be, you know, you would think there'd be a lot of panel lines and you just use panel liner, but in fact it's probably going to be the reverse. You want to panel line, usually you want it to be darker, but in this case what's in between the panels is actually lighter. You can see in the photo all the individual, like, I guess the surface plates, for, you know, lack of better terms, is actually dark, and then the little areas in between them is light. So that's what I'm going to try to do, and I don't think I'm going to individually paint these. I'm going to see if I can do a decent dry brush technique to kind of go over these parts, and then it'll leave like the under lighter gray color, a little with a darker gray, and then of some shade, I'm not sure just yet which one, and then leaving the lighter one underneath. And I think that should give the effect that I'm looking for. So yep, that's the plan right now. So let's see how that goes. I think this would be the trickiest part right here on the dish, mainly because there actually isn't a lot of, I mean, there's these surface details. I should take it out of the bag, but you can see the little surface. There's a couple of spots around there, but and then as you can see, there's some like rings or channels, or what do you call it, like panel lines, I guess. But what needs to be done, and I gotta say I'm gonna do it. You can see how there's like colors kind of like coming off at the middle like this too. It's kind of simulating what's going on here, but it's basically coming off of the center of this laser cannon. So that's going to be the tricky part, is how am I going to approach that part by, because there is no, lines like this all over the surface, as far as I can tell. So I might have to somehow figure out a way to do it by hand. I'm not too sure how that's going to work out, because really the middle will be, center part should be thinner, and then as it fans out, it gets, whatever sections I paint should get wider, and that might get kind of messy if I don't have a clear-cut plan on how to get that look. So this is actually going to be more involved than the Razor Crest, just because quite a bit of layer detailing in here. It's mostly grays, but I think the most colors will probably be, from what I've seen some people do, is, the parts that are under construction, you might see like rusty colors, reds, just other accent colors throughout different sections as they're working on this, and perhaps maybe slightly brass or goldish colors. I'm not sure, or yellows. Not a lot, obviously. This is primarily a gray thing, but nonetheless, it shouldn't be all uniformly gray inside here too. There should be some little things that just break it up and make it look like different sections, or have whatever work being done on it, and that requires special, I don't know, structures and tools or machinery that are around that area that's making those areas up. So let's see what my next step is. Probably showing it after this has been painted, one dark base, and then see how it goes with dry brushing it. Okay, wish me luck.